Welcome back. We've got a fascinating one for you today.
We really do. This topic is, it's quite something.
Yeah. We are unpacking an excerpt from the March 11th daily devotional of Rhapsody of Realities by Pastor Chris. And our mission here is to impartially explore a specific, deeply interesting argument presented in this text.
Right, an argument regarding the exact relationship between faith and knowledge.
Okay, let's unpack this because the material starts with a rather surprising premise drawn from the book of Hosea.
Hosea 4:6.
Exactly, yeah. It hinges on the idea that people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
And what's fascinating here is why that matters.
Yeah.
The text makes a very deliberate point with that specific passage, emphasizing that God didn't say people perish from a lack of faith.
Oh, right. It specifically calls out a lack of knowledge.
Right. The argument being presented is that you can possess an immense amount of faith. I mean, an absolute mountain-moving level of belief. But if that faith is applied in ignorance, it ultimately leads to defeat.
That feels like a major shift from the cultural narrative we usually hear.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we usually treat faith as the ultimate finish line. You know, just have more of it and you'll be fine. But this text is arguing that faith without knowledge is misdirected, like an incredibly powerful engine, sure, but without a steering wheel, you're just going to crash faster.
Right. It's unproductive. And here's where it gets really interesting. The material doesn't just leave that as an abstract concept. To demonstrate the mechanics of this, it points to the temptation of Jesus in the wilderness.
Right after his baptism.
Exactly. It sets the scene right after Luke 3:22, where you have that profound moment where the heavenly voice declares him the beloved son.
A massive spiritual high.
And then immediately after that, he is tested by Satan in the wilderness.
It's wild to think about the tension there because Jesus obviously possessed the ultimate faith and raw power. He could have just used brute force miracles to shut the whole situation down.
But the way the text analyzes this, his response is the crux of the entire argument. Satan challenges Jesus to turn stones into bread from Matthew 4:3, or to jump off the pinnacle of the temple.
The enemy even weaponizes scripture, right?
Yeah, quoting verses out of context to urge him on, essentially daring Jesus to prove his faith.
Now, the text notes Jesus absolutely had the power to command those stones to become bread.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But instead of reacting with raw power or just blind faith, he applied knowledge.
Because he recognized that the voice prompting the instruction wasn't actually coming from God.
Right, it was a trap.
Yeah.
He saw right through the misuse of Scripture. He didn't just lean on his identity in a vacuum. He countered the manipulation with actual contextual knowledge.
Replying, man shall not live by bread alone, and thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God.
Exactly. The text highlights that it was this grounded understanding, this educated application of knowledge that allowed him to navigate the temptation, not just an intense feeling of belief.
So what does this mean for you, the listener? I mean, if knowledge is what stopped him from making a misstep, how does the material suggest we apply that today?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, the text argues that knowledge acts as a necessary light.
Bringing in Psalm 119, right?
Yes, thy word is a lamp unto my feet. Without that light, a really strong faith can actually cause you to misapply your effort and end up deeply in error.
You might be sprinting with total conviction, but you're running in the wrong direction.
Exactly, which echoes 2 Peter 1 verse 5, to actively add to your faith knowledge. Knowledge is what gives faith its direction, stability, and effectiveness.
It really reframes the whole concept. To summarize the central thesis we've explored from today's sources, faith isn't just blind belief.
No. According to this material, achieving victory requires the active, educated application of knowledge.
You can't just feel your way to the right outcome. You actually have to know the terrain.
Having faith without knowledge leaves you incredibly exposed to misdirection.
Which brings us to a final provocative thought for you to mull over as we wrap up. If strong faith without knowledge can actually lead to misdirected error, as this text clearly suggests, how often do we mistake intense passion or deeply held belief for actual grounded understanding?
That is a deeply challenging question to walk away with.
It really is. Thank you so much for joining us into today's material. We appreciate you being here, and we'll catch you on the next one.
We trust you were blessed by this episode. To gain unlimited access to Rhapsody of Realities by Pastor Chris, please download the Rhapsody app using the link myapp.rhapsodyofrealities.org. God bless you.